So hello everyone, this is our statistic project presentation. So my name is Lohawan, matrix number AI210388. So the topic for our project this our project is online teaching for mathematical based subject. So I'm gonna introduce you guys our group members. Our group members are consist of DANIAL, DERRICK, me, Lohawan, Muhammad Daniel bin Muhammad Johan, SITI ZULAIKHA binti NORRESSAN HELMEE, Muhammad FIKRI IZZAT bin AHMAD KHAIRIL. So I'm going to present for the introduction part, and I'm going to do a brief introduction. So for introduction of project, which is the title as on mathematics online teacher for mathematical subject. So in this research, it's assumed that the topic has some kind of background and articles that back the title, but it is found that the research had minimal title because uh, the title of project only really become popular recently. So there is minimal research, and the time span of the last pandemic is around 2 years plus. So it's hard for us to find the interviews and surveys that are conducted online for more information and resources. Hence, here we are to research about this topic more, and we are here to provide more information and data based on our surveys and our calculation in the further explanations later.
Okay, my name is Muhammad Fikri Izzat bin Ahmad KHAIRIL, number matric 170179, and I'll be presenting the hypothesis. So for each questionnaire, we will create a hypothesis to find the null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. So for example, we will take the question of flexible lecture class. So as stated above in the label section in figure 1, the purpose is to determine the student who love an online class because they have a flexible lecture class. The null hypothesis is that the proportion of students who love an flexible class is greater or equal to the flexible time they have during the class. So P1 is greater or equal than P2. For the alternative hypothesis, a proportion of students who love an online class is less than the flexible time they have during the class, which is P1 is less than P2. So based on the figure above, the p-value is 0.00, which is less than the significance level of 0.05. So we decided to reject the null hypothesis and conclude that the student who love online class affected the population of the UTHM student in choosing the online class session for the mathematics-based subject.
Nama saudara madam, saya DERRICK, nama mesin saya AI210358. Now I will discuss about the methodology in our project. First, in our methodology, we will discuss about the process that have gone through in our project. First, the group that contains maximum 6 members was met, and each group has selected different topics that have provided in the project instruction. In our group, we have selected the topic which is online searching for mathematics-based subject. Next, the question A that contained minimum 15 questions was met according to the selected topic. In our group, our question A was done in Google Form, and the respondent in our question A is the student in University Tun Hussein Malaysia. Next, to analyze the data from the question A that have been done by our group, and a statistic software which is IBM SPSS was been selected. In our group, we are using sample analysis technique to analyze the data from the question A, which are data preparation, data screening, normality analysis, reliability analysis, discrete analysis, correlation, and sample linear regression. This 7 analysis technique was done by using IBM SPSS. With the help from the IBM SPSS, this 7 analysis technique can be done quickly and clearly. Lastly, the result for the analysis technique will be explained in our report. And there are some hypotheses that have been created through this project. That's all for my part in the methodology. Now I will pass the presentation to other group member.
Hi, madam. I will continue for the result part, and I will start for data preparation in our project. In the process of data preparation, we need to make some corrections to improve our variable view. Firstly, we need to change the variable names. We set not more than 8 letters and give some code name to prevent the name from being too long. Second, we need to label or display the real name at the label column to make sure we can understand the code name referred to. We also need to insert the value in the value column for the better understanding by using the numbers as replacement, like 1 is male, 2 is female, or like 1 is Malay, 2 is Chinese, 3 is India, and later on. Third, we can check any missing numbers for respondents at the missing column. We also need to select the type of the scales as example nominal and scales in the measure column. Okay. We have the example like we give the width as 8 and type is a numeric. Decimal we give to 0 to prevent any decimal place happen. And in the label part, we give the name of the column, and in the value we just like we talked above. 1 is male, 2 is female, 1 is Malay, 2 is Chinese, 1 is FFKTM in the faculty part, and the align we set as the right, and the measure we set as the nominal and scales. Okay, and next we go to the data screening. In the data screening, we need to check the missing value of the respondent after we finish the step of data preparation. Okay, we can check the missing value by using the analysis function. In the analysis function, we can choose and click the frequency and choose the variable that we need to check. A table will show as the example below. Since our project use Google Form to make our questionnaire, and we can choose every question will be the mask, so no missing value appear in this project. Okay, if we use the function in the IBM SPSS, we can get a table like this. This will give you, since if any missing value in the any part. So hence, since we don't have the missing value, so the missing value is 0. Okay, that's all for my part. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is MOHD bin JOHAN. My metric numbers is CI 300028. So for my part is normality analysis. In the process of the normality analysis, normality in chemistry is one of the expression used to measure the concentration of a solution. It is abbreviated as N and is sometimes sometimes referred to as the equivalence concentration of a solution. It is mainly used as a measure of reactive species in a solution and during titration reactions, or particularly in situations involving acid-base chemistry. As per the standard definition, normality is described as the number of gram or more mole equivalents of solute present in 1 liter of a solution. When we say equivalent, it is the number of moles of reactive units in a compound. So this is the data of the normality analysis, and this is part of the histogram of the data analysis. So the next part is reliability analysis. In the process of reliability analysis, it allows you to study the properties of measurement scales and the items that compose the scales. That's to say, the reliability analysis procedure calculates a number of commonly used measures of scales reliability and also provides information about the relationships between individual items in the scale. In addition, intra-class correlation coefficient can be used to compute inter-rater reliability estimates. So this is the data used by using reliability analysis. That's all from me. Thank you.
Nama saya Madam. Now I will discuss the discrete analysis. In the discrete analysis, we have calculated the mean, standard deviation, median, mode, standard error of the mean, and the variance for each variable by using the statistic software, which is IBM SPSS. By using the IBM SPSS, this value can be calculated easily, as the system will automatically calculate the value for us. And some of the value will be used for further analysis. That's all for this part.
So hello again, I'm here to explain the correlation part of our results. So in a brief explanation, that correlation is the process that we need to evaluate the value of each respondent they have given, and we will tally it so that will become a line, so we can use a two-tailed test to confirm that the value is positive or negative. So we know that the data survey has a positive graph or a negative graph. So this is the picture that the value that one of the question that we have asked in our survey, which is the advantages, one of the advantages, which is flexible lecture classes. So you can see the two-tailed test has 0.604, which is a positive value, and we can see the Pearson's correlation has 0.075, which is a really small value.
Hello, my name is ZULAIKHA binti NORRESSAN HELMEE, and my metric number is AI210298. So, I will continue the presentation, which is about our last technique of analysis the data, which is the simple linear regression. So, in this section, like, we took a few variables that have a relationship between themselves. We took that and we tried to inform the statement of our study in online learning in mathematics-based subjects. So based on the next slide, which is our graph, this is the scatter plot that we've got based on our project and based on our study. So we can say that when the students study in a good and quiet environment, this can affect them. Like, they can easily focus on the mathematics-based subjects. And we can also see on the next slide, this is about the relationship between the statement of the flexible lecture class, which is the advantages, and the effectiveness, which is have a better understanding, like answering the quizzes or watching video during online class. So we can see that they also have a better understanding when they have a flexible class. Like, they can answer the quiz, and they can also watch a video during online class, like an education video, so they can have a better understanding based on that. So this is what we've got based on the simple linear regressions. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, madam. Now we proceed to the last part, is the conclusion part. In the conclusion, the results show most of the students agree with the problems that we have stated in our research in this particular topic, which are the advantages, disadvantages, and efficiency of online teaching for the mathematics-based subject. This can be observed by various methods of calculation, such as calculating the mean of the advantages, disadvantages, and efficiency of the online teaching, and more and more. There exist different kind of advantages and disadvantages for the online teaching of mathematical-based subject. According to the research, we should maximize the advantages that online teaching for the mathematical-based subject offers, such as its convenience and effectiveness of using online tools. As wise, we should minimize the disadvantages of the online teaching method that is brought by improving the current system that we use, such as using Google Meet online platform with its additional features. We can allow the student to absorb more knowledge and information efficiently. Lecturers or teachers should perform different methods to attract the students' attention during the classes and lecture. So that is the conclusion part. And that's all from our group presentation. Thank you.